Welcome back to another installment of Morons at First Sight, the unofficial, official Married at First Sight recap podcast show episode.
Exactly.
Yes, to help you down this journey, I'm Ricky.
I'm Ari.
And
And we're going to get a handle on this with episode 11. We're back after 2 weeks.
Yes, that's where we are. Okay,
Yeah.
Let's just go with that intro.
For sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're breaking down season 7, episode 11. 7-11 of Married at First Sight.
Right. Slurpee season.
Yeah. Elle, what do you think? Today was the episode of the couples just kind of days 30 from 35, so they're beyond the 1 month anniversary.
Yeah.
And now they're getting into the whole swing of the motions of, I guess they've already been in the
being
swing
married.
motion. They're just being married,
They're just married. This episode was, some stuff happened, but it was definitely got boring for me.
What parts were boring?
Just like towards the end, it just kept kind of being like, we have the same problems. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, can you guys find solutions to the same issues?
You guys are treading over the same water over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're basically not learning their lessons.
Well, mainly Amber and Dave.
So should we start with them?
Let's start with Amber and Dave.
Yes, I have the most notes on them.
Well, I mean, of course, it's Amber and Dave. When
Right.
they're a train wreck. What is... I have a... Oh, no, those are combined notes. Oh, yeah. Nope, I have the same notes on Amber and Dave.
Amber and Dave.
So they started off with a visit. They all started off with a visit to Dr. Pepper.
Uh-huh.
From Dr. Pepper. Not the soda, but the fat female therapist.
Oh, she's husky.
I mean, the fine female therapist who always looks like she's on the verge of tears for some reason.
She always looks like she's about... You know, like, what she looks like? She looks like one of those little dogs, like those little Yorkies, that is always, like, trembling, and it looks like it's about to bust out crying, and you're like... Are you okay?
That's a better comparison than what I was going to say. She looks like one of those bloodhounds that has those jowls that make her look like sad all the time.
Jowls. We were talking about jowls last night.
Mm-hmm. But
Anyway.
anyways, moving on. But she looks like she has the...
Yeah, she's like...
You better not trip the wire, man, or else I'm going to cry. Oh,
I'm gonna cry.
Oh. Let me give you some advice.
Please. So they had a visit from her, and...
Well, what did they discuss with Dr. Pepper? It was relationship advice, right?
Yeah, basically Amber and Dave's communication sucks my fucking dick. And Dave just keeps acting like Amber's crazy. And apparently, like, when she got mad, she threw socks. And then they had to get into a 2-hour fight over that, which...
So everyone that's, like, watched us so far knows my, like, disdain for Amber.
Yeah.
Today, I was kind of on Team Amber.
Actually, today, me too. I was kind of like, wow, Dave's... And I've said this before. Remember, I told you Dave needs to watch what the fuck flies out of his mouth.
Yeah, he's kind of being a dick.
He's a dick.
Over dumb shit.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, okay, let's say Amber's really mad because she can't find socks and she's in the bedroom throwing socks and she's upset. I would just go downstairs and ignore that. Like, personally, I'd be like, you go through what you need to go through.
I'd be like, all right, you want to throw... Or I would make fun of them for it.
Yeah. He apparently got into a fight with her.
In a playful emotion, you know, be like,
right.
You want to throw some other things around too? Or
he's just crazy. I mean, I think he's just rude, honestly.
He's not doing a good job.
No.
And, you know, he's not very smart. And here's why I know this. This is the first note that I put on him.
Okay.
Is when they're talking with Dr. Pepper, he mentions some things about being married. And he says... You know, in marriage, you don't choose your wife, you don't choose your spouse.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you fucking do.
Yeah, you do.
Right.
In a real fucking scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of choose the person you want to marry, the person you... But you don't.
Right.
Yeah, you don't choose them.
Yeah, Dave, you didn't choose your wife. You didn't choose how she was going to be. Hey, usually, though, you do.
Mm-hmm. That's called dating.
Right. That's usually the process of elimination people go through.
That's how you find out these people you don't like.
Right. I know. When he said that, I was like, the fuck you talking about, Dave? So their communication sucks. And then I thought that it was something to bring up where she was kind of mentioning to him, and this seemed like an opening up moment when she said, she's never trusted anyone before that she's dated,
Mm-hmm.
but she trusts him. I think a normal response to that would be like, wow, I'm so glad that you trust me. I'm happy that I can be that person. This is great. Let's keep moving on for that together. Or do you want to share more? I'll, kind of empathize with you, whatever. He was like, well, that's a red flag.
Right? No, he started it off okay, actually. He started off saying, that sucks that you've never been in a relationship with
Right.
people you can't trust. Normal.
Felt for her.
Well, now I don't know who you are at all.
Yeah, and then he was like, that's kind of, not comforting for me. And I'm like,
No, that should be very comforting for you. That means she trusts you, and out of no one she trusts you.
that should also just be a moment where, like, you can bond with that person. Like, I think anyone else would be like, wow, you've never trusted anyone you've dated before. What happened? What happened to cause that? What did you guys do? How did you get through that? What makes you trust me now? Like, wouldn't you fucking wonder that stuff instead of just being like, well, that obviously annoys me. He said that annoys him. Like, well, sorry, I should have life before you strolled in. Like, what the fuck?
Dave and Amber are just a sinking ship at this point.
Oh my God. It's so bad. It's so, they're so like, their communication styles, the way they look at the world. I don't know why they were matched.
Because the experts just, like I've made this analogy before. They're just like the rich people from the movie Trading Places.
Yes.
Where they're making dollar bets of like who's
Right.
gonna fucking.
Right, who's gonna sink, who's
Yeah,
gonna swim. It's
exactly.
just crazy to me. So anyway, I thought that could have been a bonding moment. I thought Dave turned it to be about him. Like, she's like, I never trusted anyone before, and he's like, well, that upsets me. I'm like, whoa, what? Yeah. I mean, he has to just accept her for who she is.
Yeah, and just like you said, empathize with her. Like, oh,
Right.
that sucks. Tell me more, or
Right.
be like, well, you know what? I am your knight in shining armor now. You just fucking go with it.
Do something, or like share also, be like, yeah, I was in a relationship where trust was broken and this is what happened to me. Like, what happened to you? Like, shouldn't you be able to bond over that stuff?
Yeah, I pooped in a closet once.
Right. Exactly. I did. Yeah.
That's how you bond.
I did remember you doing that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we bonded over our friendship, because you pooped in a closet.
Mm-hmm. Learn from us, guys.
Right. But yeah, and then of course when they're at the cooking class, I wrote, surprise, surprise, Amber's insecure about cooking.
Did you really write surprise, surprise?
Yep.
You wrote 2 surprises?
I wrote it like this because that's how I had it in my head when I wrote it. Surprise, surprise, Amber's insecure about cooking, and she turns everything sour. That's how I read it in my head as I was typing it.
I like that.
Thank you.
I have a note about that. It says, yeah, she's insecure about cooking. Yeah, surprise, surprise, just like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But what I noticed is she turns into Salsa Dave when it comes to cooking.
Yes.
Dave, if you watch previous episodes, Dave freaked out about salsa. He's like, I don't like this. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Grumble, grumble, grumble,
Temper
grumble, grumble.
tantrum.
Yeah. Mhm.
Alert.
And then Amber's like trying to just cut some garlic, and the chef's like, oh, you just crush it like this. She's like, I can't crush garlic and grumble, grumble, grumble.
Yeah.
I hate this.
She's like, I
Salsa
can't
Dave.
do it. I can't do this. And she's like screaming. It's like, you're just mashing a knife on garlic.
And
Like,
you're
it's
just
not-
fucking learning. Of course you're not going to be able to fucking do it your first try.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's another thing too, I think, about Amber that is like, can be frustrating, is like,
She doesn't know how to take steps of learning in stride. It's just like,
right.
like, oh, I suck at this, but hopefully I'll get better. Or just be like,
Right.
like when I was biking, it's just like I would get angry, be like, this sucks, but
Yeah.
try again.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I suck at so many things.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
do.
just, right? And I'm just like, you win some, you lose a lot. Like, it's okay, because if my outlook sucks, this sucks too.
Mm-hmm.
She's just, yeah, it's like, okay, for some reason, you're 36 and this is your first time cutting garlic. Hey, you know what? Fine. That's fucking ridiculous, but fine.
But don't lose your shit over garlic.
Right. But
Don't
just
turn into
do
Salsa
it.
Dave.
Right. Yeah, she did. And then, so that even brings a hypocritical point up of like Dave being like, she's about to lose her shit. And like, this is just what upsets me. And it's like, well, you've done it. Yeah, agreed.
And then,
Are you gonna mention the kids talk?
yeah,
Yeah.
they went into the conversation of family, where Dave is way too fucking serious.
I'm just like, oh, brother, dude. Whenever he talks, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's just the only way to
Way to bring it back to
describe
like some '90s speak back there. Oh, brother.
No, but that's the only way to like approach him. Is just like, oh, brother, like, give me a break. He's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, but it was like this is another part where I was like, all right, I'm on Amber's side for this one, where she's just like, I can't wait for them to turn 5. Yeah, because kids are fucking stupid between like ages 0 to 5. Of course, you want to wait for them to turn 5. You're being playful and joking about
She's
like
kidding.
your kids. Yeah,
Or that's how she feels. Like, so.
yeah, and yeah. Who cares? Like, no one likes fucking babies. I mean, that came off
A lot of
way
people
wrong.
love babies, Ricky.
Yes, babies are stupid.
No,
But the point is, like, you cannot like a phase of
difficult
life.
time. Yeah, that
and
phase of
acknowledge
life,
it and be like-
developmental stage, very difficult. Of course, she should be able to verbalize that to her husband.
But Dave's just like, 0 and 5 is like when they need you, right? It's like, yeah, of course I fucking know that.
No,
Dave,
Amber's gonna
I'm
put her baby
venting.
in a bassinet and send it down the river. Like, you know what I mean? That's the thing about Dave that really gets on my nerves is everything gets turned into number 1 being about him, number 2 being, oh my God, like what's gonna happen, and then number 3 being like, I just don't know if I can do this. Like, way to make a mountain out of a molehill, dude. Mm-hmm. It's too much for me.
Yeah, and like I was literally just like, I wanted to like scream at him at the TV. He's like, she's fucking joking, dude.
Yeah, and she's obviously extremely hard up to have kids because that's all she's been talking about for the entire show. Mm-hmm. Like,
I'm losing eggs.
Yeah, when she was like, I'm losing eggs by the year. I was like, every guy loves to hear that. Keep saying stuff like that, Amber.
The only thing I was like really saddened about this whole conversation was this whole ordeal between them talking, having kids should have been had with them on a bike.
When did that even happen that we talked about that? That was Danielle and Bobby, and we said all serious conversation should happen on a bike. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Like, hey, I think we should get a divorce. Wait up.
That's what I'm saying. Amber and Dave should have had this discussion on a bicycle,
Yeah.
and then things would have been that much easier for them.
Yeah, it would. Every serious conversation.
Hey,
should
babe,
happen
you're
on
going to
two
wait till they
wheels.
turn 5?
Right. Yeah, so that's what happened with that. And Dave's an asshole. Mm-hmm. So that's what I feel about that. He's an asshole.
You hear that, Dave?
Do you want to do me and Tristan next? I don't have a lot of notes on them.
I have one note.
What is it?
Oh, wait, actually. You know what? We'll get back to it. So, the experts had all the couples today. Not today, but when this was recording.
Right.
Go
through each other's phones.
Go through each other's phones.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. And Mia and Tristan decided not to. But I was thinking, if I were Tristan, say, obviously the background that they have where Tristan doesn't trust Mia and stuff, and then out of nowhere he's like, no, I trust you fully, and I don't need to look at your phone or anything like that. And I got suspicious. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh my God, did you get suspicious of him that he just doesn't want her going through his phone and that's why he's doing this?
Exactly.
Me too. I was like, no. You've literally yelled in her face, I don't trust you.
Yeah, you just baby tantrumed, I don't trust you, like 2 episodes ago.
Yes.
And now you suddenly trust her because you guys are going to have to go through each other's phones.
I was totally thinking that's because there's shit on his phone that he doesn't want her to see and he's manipulating her. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to ask, have you ever gone through someone's phone or wanted to?
Of course I've always wanted to go through someone's phone. Who
Really?
hasn't? Haven't you ever wanted to go through someone's phone? If you have to think about it, it's a yes.
I guess I might have been a little curious, but I've never
There you go.
you know.
So you wanted to. Curiosity
I'm
is
trying
a
to
stepping
hold
stone.
on. Let me think. I don't know. I don't know that I.
Okay, so let's go back to the question at hand.
Yeah.
Would
have
I
you done it?
Have I done it?
Right.
Without them knowing? No. If someone
Mm-hmm.
offered me to look at their phone, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll look at it if they're offering it to me. But have I gone to? But have ever looked? No one's actually ever offered me it either.
Right.
But have I ever looked through someone's phone? No. Would I want
No.
to? No. But have I ever been curious and wanted to? Of course. That's curiosity. Curiosity is like the nature of the beast. You know, we're all
Right.
curious creatures. Anytime you're with someone and they're like on their phone,
Yeah, like,
What-
oh, what are they doing? Okay,
Exactly.
then I guess I've wondered. Yeah, like I've been like, oh, like I wonder what they're doing.
And if anyone like tells me that their mind has never wandered, like, oh, who are they texting? What are they doing on their phone?
Right.
They're fucking liars.
Yeah, I've definitely just been like, oh, like I wonder what they're looking at or what are they doing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Has anyone ever gone through your phone?
Yeah.
You, like, because you offered it or let them or secretly?
I've offered.
Okay. Not
I'm-
like a secret situation.
Like you know me, I'm extremely open about
Yeah.
everything. If someone like if you asked me right now, Ricky, let me look through your phone, I'd be like, go through it.
Yeah.
Would you?
Let you go through my phone?
Not me in general. I mean, not me personally, but in general, yes.
Would I just let anyone go through
Well,
my
I guess
phone?
not anyone
No,
go through phone.
I
Would you
not.
let me go through your phone?
Um,
There's a lot of embarrassing shit on your phone, huh?
I probably would let you. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, hand it over.
Do that for a podcast. Yeah. No, I probably would let you. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just like it's a thing of trust. It's just like I don't know what I'm trying to get at actually now.
Well, it's different in a relationship, and especially like if you're cheating on someone. You know what I mean? Like obviously to let someone go through your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the point of trying to guess is like if you shouldn't have anything to hide, and if someone asks for your phone, they shouldn't. But there shouldn't be a problem. Like here.
Yeah,
my
that's
phone.
kind of like I think I don't know, paradox of it. I guess is that I don't even know if I'm using that right, but like
Irony, maybe.
No, it's just like I shouldn't be asking to go through your phone. You shouldn't be closed off to me going through your phone. It should always be that open loop, but you never like disturb it or you never go down that road because you have trust. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Like that's why you would be comfortable not going through it because you know the other person would totally let you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've just plenty of instances where I've had people go through my phone anyways too. Like sometimes like I give people the opportunity all the time. Like obviously I'm crippled. If you're watching this on the camera, you know. If you're listening to it, then ta-da, big news. But sometimes
da, 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 da.
yeah. Sometimes I'll give people my phone and my password and say, "Hey, can you text this person for me?"
Right.
It takes
Yeah, we've done it.
Yeah, it's like it takes you a lot less time to text and things. That's like if they wanted to, they could go through anything.
Yeah. I do that all the time when I'm driving. I'll be like, whoever is in the passenger seat, I'll be like, can you text this person back or can you do this? Like, especially if we're on the way to somewhere together. Mm-hmm. And I also like, if I'm driving, whoever's in the passenger seat, give them my phone and be like, you can DJ or whatever. And I tell them my passcode because usually if somebody's in my car, I trust them to a certain extent.
By the way,
Yeah.
the passcode bleeping out on the in the episode, Danielle and Bobby, the only people that actually exchanged phones.
Yeah.
Which I was surprised about, but
I think they just did it because they're like, oh, we're open to doing what the experts say.
yeah,
And
they did it
I don't
out
think
of
they
obligation.
knew there wasn't an option. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the episode, they say their passcodes out loud, but they bleep it out.
And by the way, Bobby's is 2121. Read his lips. Danielle's, I didn't read her lips. I was looking down when she did hers. Mm-hmm. But stay tuned. I'll figure it out if anyone needs to go through Danielle's phone.
Yeah, if you get a hold of that phone.
If you get a hold of it. Again, Bobby's is 2121.
There's gonna be a mob of people going after Bobby now.
Bobby's
It's like, let me
phone.
see your phone.
Okay, so anyway, Mia and Tristan, they're moving to Houston.
Yeah.
That's all that really happened with them. They're doing great. This episode, they're doing fine.
Yeah, this episode they were. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
the
right.
pre-cap made it seem like, but they're doing fine.
They won't continue to do so though. I know it.
Right.
I can smell it.
Sounds like a dog.
There's trouble afoot.
Trouble. So the one thing of note, the only other thing I noted under them is that they told like the other couples, oh, we're going to move to Houston. We're excited, blah, blah. And Danielle was like, I would encourage Mia to have a plan B. And I was like, honestly, I'm sorry, but Danielle's kind of like a shade throwing bitch. And I've said this before.
You have?
And I'm just like, they're sitting there and they're like, our relationship's amazing. We have no issues. And she's like, I would literally kill myself for my husband. And then she's like, you should have a plan B though. I'm like, okay. That it's just.
She likes to be like mother dearest who can do no wrong.
Right.
But
I hate that kind of bitch.
Mm-hmm. Like her intentions are pure.
Right.
But it comes off as like, fuck
pure.
you. Yeah.
Are they though? Because the way she's saying it, and she's like, I don't know, like, I would just say, honestly, like, have a plan B. And I'm like, that, to me.
It's shade throwing, like you said, yeah.
It's shade, because to me, saying something, first of all, secretly behind someone's back, she wasn't at dinner, and she wasn't like, oh, that's great, but do you have a plan B? Like, because she knew it's inappropriate and rude. Second of all, somebody's, like, excited about something they're going to do with their husband, and you're being non-productive and just like, oh, there should be a plan B. Secretly. So you don't actually care about Mia having a plan B and hoping it goes okay for her because you've not verbalized that to her. You secretly said it to a cameraman in a snarky way.
Yep.
So bitchy to me. I hate shit like that. Anyway.
Now moving on to the couple of the hour.
Yeah, now moving on to Mother Goose.
Mother Goose.
Bobby.
Mother Goose and Bobby.
Well, Bobby, can we talk about what Bobby's doing?
Cleaning up diarrhea.
Constant diarrhea.
Mm-hmm.
Just never-ending diarrhea.
And he's like, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with all this diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
Well, by the way, the diarrhea is coming from dogs. We should probably specify that.
Well, hopefully whoever's listening is watching along too,
and
right?
they know it's diarrhea.
Danielle has violent diarrhea.
True love
waking
alert.
up in the middle of the night constantly, and Bobby's cleaning up the diarrhea. She's running to the toilet, diarrhea spilling out her asshole, while Bobby's running, chasing a trash bag behind her. Like, I got you, honey. I got your diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Precisely that story. No, and I said this at the beginning of the podcast about her insisting on fostering dogs, and I said she could probably wait for that. Okay.
It's all falling on Bobby.
They've already had 4 fosters by this point. That's 1 a week since they've been married. And Bobby is the only one apparently cleaning after the dogs. It makes me mad.
But he wants to be the knight in shining armor, according to Dr. Pepper.
Well, it's just like, shut up, Bobby. You don't know what you want, okay? Because you got married at first sight. So you don't even know what's best for you. And I do. And I'm here on this podcast to tell you. No, but for real, like, to me, his reasoning, he's like, I know it's her passion to rescue dogs. Well, you're the one doing all the work. You are performing her passion while she's asleep in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. I just thought that was so rude. You're not as upset about this as I am. Why? You think he should just be cleaning the poop?
No, I don't think he should be cleaning the poop at all. I just like, you said it.
Okay. Like, wait a minute. I need you to agree.
Do you need, your argument needs validation?
Yeah.
Too fucking bad. No, yeah, you said it. It's like, there's not much more to be said. It's like, yeah, and it's going to blow up in his face one day. Just fucking.
The resentment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be emotional diarrhea from the dog diarrhea.
Right. It's going to be
and
diarrhea.
And he says he's cool. They were at dinner and she even says, like, I don't want this to overburden you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, it's not going to, it's fine. We'll talk about it if it is. But, when I need a break, I'll take my break. Diarrhea is going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he realizes he's going to resent her. And she needs to be bright enough to get that and understand human nature and be like, Okay.
give him a break, like right now.
She needs to plan the break because she's the one accepting the fosters. She's the one bringing them in. You give him a break. You should be thoughtful of your partner. Anyway, sometimes people should verbalize their needs, but your partner shouldn't have to be like, I need a break, like in your face in order to get that. You should anticipate their needs to some extent. I just think she's being selfish. Yeah, so that's what I feel about that. I wrote, where the fuck is she? Not cleaning the poop.
I just wrote diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
That's all I wrote was diarrhea.
When you're sliding in the first and you feel a sudden burst.
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
When you're Danielle and Bobby and you have a sloppy hobby, diarrhea.
Yeah. Diarrhea. Yay! That was so good.
Thanks.
I
Just
love that.
brushed the dirt off my shoulder.
There you go.
All right, and so we already went over them swapping phones, which was uneventful, and they're like, "Oh, cool."
The only thing I will say is Danielle said that she's gone through boyfriend's phones a lot in the past. And she said a lot, and I was like, I wonder what a lot is.
And I wonder if it was willingly.
Well, hold on. No, it wasn't. Because listen to this. Now listen carefully. All right?
Listening.
Listen. Lend me your ears. She was like, oh. She was like, I've gone through boyfriend's phones in the past a lot. Okay. And then she goes, and you know, it's just a dangerous game because once you go through it, and she wasn't like once or twice. She goes, once you go through it once, twice, 3, maybe 6 times, you can't stop thinking about it. And I was like,
did she really say that?
Yes.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, that happened. Because I remember being like, what's a lot? And then she elaborated on that. And I was like, no, that's a lot. Like 6 times with one person. She's like, and then you just can't stop thinking about it and it becomes a problem. It's like, no shit. Yeah, so anyway, she neglected to tell Bobby that information. She told America.
Really? I don't remember that. Damn, I guess I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. I don't think you cared. Because I remember specifically being like, I need
No,
more
I probably
information.
cared. I would care.
Oh, he
I
cared.
would motherfucking care.
Oh, he fucking care.
Mm-hmm. But no, it's funny. I don't know. Guess I was paying attention to something else. I don't know.
Well, can we talk about their tantric sex class?
That's what I was just about to go on to. Mm-hmm. Awkward and tantra. Turned on. That's what I wrote.
I know, she kept being like, what turns you on?
Right? And the entire time I was looking, I was like, Bobby's wearing thin shorts right now. He's probably popping a boner and just doesn't want him.
Popping a half chub.
He's like, because Danielle was sitting on his lap, and he's probably, I just knew through his mind.
Felt it poking in her back.
Mm-hmm. And he's just like, I'm glad she's here so crazy sex lady doesn't have to see my boner.
She was like, imagine, like, hold each other and think up. What did she say? Like, think of a time you were really turned on.
Yeah, think of the time you were most turned on.
Yeah, you were most turned on.
And Bobby was like, I'm thinking of it.
Yeah. She goes, what are you thinking of? And he goes, I'm thinking of it. I was
like, what did she expect him to say at that point? He's probably not going to be like, oh, yeah, I was thinking of that time when she was gag balling on my... No.
Gag balling? Ew.
I don't know. First thing that came to head.
Gag balling on my it. You guys ever just gag ball?
Let's think of the time she choked me and called me daddy.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, he was thinking of it. And I liked when the lady was like, the tantric lady was like, you know, Tantra is really about incorporating orgasms into everything you do. I was like, whoa. Hey, some of us have jobs.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That would be horribly intrusive.
Yeah.
And actually, there is, I don't remember what it was. I was watching a show.
Oh, my God.
I don't remember what show it was. Yeah, oh, my God.
It was on TLC, probably.
Maybe TLC.
I bet.
But it was this girl.
Who couldn't stop having orgasms.
Yeah.
I saw that, too.
Yeah.
It was on TLC.
It ruined her life.
Yeah.
She was like just sitting on the bench while they were all talking, and then she was like, and I'm done.
For those of you who couldn't see Ricky, his eyes were rolling in the back of his head, and his mouth was like, meow, meow, meow.
How is that an accurate description of my mouth?
Your lips are like, meow, meow, meow. That's his O face.
So you can't bring orgasms into everything. Imagine if we are orgasming right now, trying to explain everything to America right now.
Trying to talk. Welcome to Morons at First. Sight.
That's it. That's it for this week's folks. Tune in. Tune in next week. Oh.
Tune in next. Next week.
So that lady, I see her the tantra. Yes, sexy as it may be, you know, cool, whatever.
Right.
But bringing orgasms to everything, no. Bitch, I gotta put stamps on this envelope. I can't be busting nuts everywhere when I'm trying to like, bust with a stamp on here.
No. I mean, no. You know what's, hey, you know what's not sexy? Sitting in a weird room with a lady you've never met, holding your significant other, talking about your wiener. Like, that's like, hey, that would turn me off. Wouldn't like that.
Talking about your wiener.
Your wiener. Like, oh, I wouldn't like that.
Wait, hold on a second.
Hell is happening.
Oh. All right.
Ricky, I'm so proud of your journey of incorporating orgasm into everything you do.
I like to take advice when advice is given, so, you know.
That's good.
Yes. That's how I orgasm, by the way.
Become like a deaf person trying to communicate. My O face is similar to Helen Keller learning how to spell water out on someone's hand. Water, don't water. Edit that out. It's not PC at all.
Oh, it's peace. Oh, the next time I have sex with a girl, that's the first thing I'm gonna think of. I'm just like,
oh, I 100%. Dude, I can't wait. Next time you're having an orgasm, just be like, water.
For any of you guys masturbating along or masturbating at home right now.
For anyone incorporating orgasms into everything you do like we are, I just want to say, water.
#1 podcast on iTunes.
6 million viewers and counting.
Water.
You gotta name the episode Water, dude. So anyway, I don't know about incorporating orgasm into everything I do.
I like how that was very noble of how calmly you just like transitioned right there, knowing that it wasn't gonna last.
As I was saying. Yeah.
Yes, it was very noble of them.
I'm very proud of them for attempting to incorporate orgasms in everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, one thing I will say about that, and I don't want to get too sexual, but what fun is an orgasm if it's incorporated in everything you do? Like, that sucks. Like, isn't an orgasm cool because you don't get it all the time? You know what I mean? Like, because you don't just step on a bus and be like, water. You know what I mean? Like, that's why sex is cool, because it's the only way to get an orgasm. I don't want to be like answering my phone. I'm like, hello, oh. Like, I don't want to do that.
Well, exactly. It's just like that one girl we were just talking about who had like constant orgasms.
And it ruined
her life. Like, I'm sure she's probably like, oh, this feels great, but I don't want, not right now.
What happens when she has sex?
Nothing.
She's totally calm. She's just like,
I found
relief.
I found the cure.
Well, a couple episodes we learned that when I have sex, I'm practically asleep. So maybe she is too. It's a very vulnerable time.
Water.
Okay.
Moving.
Pre-cap?
No, I still have more to say.
Oh, really? Let's go.
Well, one of them was them at dinner, which was, and I'm glad the other couples. Well, are you just drinking water and thought about water? She drank her orgasm, guys.
I As soon as I slurped it up in the straw, I was like, water. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Now I have the gigs.
Are you ready to be an adult and have an adult conversation right now?
Yeah, this is our podcast.
Mature up a little bit. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, I have the gigs.
Jesus Christ, turn water into wine.
I have the gigs. Okay. I'm ready. Okay, what were you saying?
I was just going to say how Bobby and Daniel are flaunting how easy the relationship was to everyone at dinner.
Yeah, so rude.
Like, everyone was, like, complaining and stuff. Like, oh, yeah, you know, it's hard and things, but we're working past it. And then Daniel were like, nah, it's easy.
And she said there's been no challenge whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if that were me, I'd be like, I'm going to make up a challenge right now just on the spot. Be like, yeah, we couldn't decide what to make for dinner the other day, and it got really awkward.
Or at least,
and then I started orgasming
like,
during dinner.
Yeah, I'm incorporating orgasm in everything I do, and it's ruining my relationship.
They could have brought up the Tantra thing, be like, oh, we had to go to Tantra, and it was really awkward.
And it was uncomfortable for us, right? It doesn't have to be like, yeah, like, I think Bobby's an asshole. Like, yeah, it could just be like, yeah, we had to do that, and it was weird, or like, it's hard. Like, Bobby acted like everything's great. Bobby, you're cleaning up poop 5 times a day because of Danielle's choice. Not great. Danielle... Of course you have no complaints and no challenges. Bobby does everything. Shit. Right, you married a butler. The fuck? Like, So, yeah, they're also lying.
Yeah. But they're doing so well.
Oh, I'm proud of them.
And then last thing on it is, did you pick up on it? That Bobby said, I love you?
Bobby said, I love you, and she didn't say anything. She just kissed him.
She smiled and then the camera cut.
Yep. She just kissed him. She did not say I love you back. So next episode, I think we'll see if she says it or not. Maybe.
Stuff to look out for.
Stuff to look out for, because that would really suck dick to tell someone that you love them and they just go to bed. I love you, America. Water. Precap.
Something's going to happen with me and Tristan, and Tristan left the room crying.
Yeah, Tristan left the room crying and said, I can't do this. I think Mia's just going to talk about how she was beat as a kid. I swear, that's my prediction. I swear. Because she was like, it's just stirring. It reminds me of being a kid. And he was like, I can't do this. And I think he's going to realize she was beat. What a bold statement that I just made. And now that I said out loud, I don't even know if I think that's going to happen, but I'm sticking by it.
Yeah, you got to stick by it now.
Yeah, I stick by it. Mm-hmm. And then what about Amber and Dave?
Something happens, and they get salty and upset.
What did they get upset? Oh, Dave was at the gym that they go to together, and to her friends was like, they're like, aren't you going to take this dance class with us? And he was like, I don't know, you know, I have a mental breakdown when I dance. And then Amber was like,
You're into my friend.
Yeah, she goes, I really don't like the way you talked with my friends. And then he was like, why? And she was like, one of my friends is your type. She has brown hair and she's tall. And I just think like, so she's going to start some shit for
She's going to self-sabotage. All the good points we gave her today are going to go down the fucking toilet.
And it's, oh, God. Anyway, and then who are the other ones? Danielle and Bobby are
fine.
Probably fine.
Yeah, because they're perfect. They're easy.
I don't know. Actually, no. She never said I love you back, so we got to look out for that.
Yeah, but didn't sell it in the pre-cap, so.
True.
Okay. Got nothing to go off.
What about your moron of the week?
Dave.
Oh, why? Because he's an asshole?
He's an asshole. Mm-hmm. And he just, it's funny, usually I pick Amber.
Right.
But no, it's totally Dave because he has no idea how to have some level of social skills to communicate with your goddamn partner and be like,
right.
Oh, babe, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Tell me more about it.
Right. Oh, open up to me more because you just kind of started. No, he shuts it down like a turd.
Let's disclose information about each other and get closer together.
Right.
Not.
Let's bond.
What?
No, I don't want to. I'm going to ruin it. Mm-hmm. Mine is Danielle because she keeps talking shit on national TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Behind people's backs. That will see it and know she did that.
That's a good one. That makes sense.
And she's making her husband clean up her dog's shit.
I don't know know if she's making him. I think Bobby is willingly doing it over
Oh, then
too
he's
much.
also my moron. He's also my moron for just
For
doing that like a
cleaning up
little
diarrhea.
bitch. Yeah, and not saying anything.
No, you got to choose one.
It's just both of them. They're dumb. And they're lying about being perfect.
All right.
That's my choice.
Well said.
And then who do you think is gonna last? Yeah, Danielle and Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Like, as much as we're like shitting and complaining on them,
Right.
their problems are so minuscule
Yeah, totally.
in compared to like an actual real problem for like relationship wiseness.
Yeah. That
Like-
they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, because they don't have issues of like the big things, like what how they view a partnership, their morals, like things like that. Like I think they're on the same page about those huge things. So that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
And she always wanted a husband who would literally do everything for her. So she got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Here we go, folks.
Next week.
Next week. So you know the deal. Subscribe.
Watch, listen, everywhere podcasts are found, and berpod.com.
Berpod.
Thank you.
Take it easy.